Caralho, bicho, que é isso, mano? Cuidado, Judá. Cuidado, mano. Que é isso, mano? Mano, não tem nada.
The silence before everything broke. That morning felt wrong from the moment I woke up. The city was too calm, too clean. Like it was holding its breath. I was a crime journalist back then, chasing corruption, black money, disappearances. Nothing prepared me for what I was about to witness. At 8:41 a.m., my phone buzzed. One word. Watch. No sender. No explanation. I looked up. And that's when the sky lied to us. People around me froze, eyes locked upward, as something massive cut through the clouds. For a split second, my brain refused to understand what my eyes were seeing. Then the city screamed. Glass rained like knives. The ground shook. Sirens erupted from every direction at once, overlapping into a sound so loud it felt alive. People ran, not knowing where. Some toward the chaos, some away from it. Most just stood there, paralyzed, staring at a skyline that would never look the same again. I should have run. Instead, I took notes, because this wasn't random. That message, watch, echoed in my head. Within minutes, news channels called it in. Attack. Politicians called it war. But I knew something was off. Attacks leave traces of rage. This felt planned with patience. Later that night, while the city mourned, my inbox filled with encrypted files, blueprints, financial records, names, too many names, judges, media executives, defense contractors, men who never appeared on TV during tragedies, but always profited afterward. That's when I realized the truth no one wanted to hear. The crime wasn't just what happened in the sky. The crime was who allowed it to happen. Every step I took closer to the truth, someone tried to stop me. My apartment was searched. Nothing stolen, just rearranged. My editor disappeared. A stranger whispered my full name in a subway tunnel and vanished into the crowd. The message was clear. Stop digging. But the deeper I went, the darker it got. The attack was just the opening move. The real operation was what followed. New laws, endless surveillance, fear sold as safety. A city traumatized into obedience. And I had proof. But proof is dangerous. On the night I planned to publish everything, my phone rang again. Same number. One sentence. Heroes don't survive this story. I looked out the window. Black cars below. Engines running. That's when I understood the final twist. This story was never meant to be exposed. It was meant to be remembered incorrectly. So if you're hearing this now, if this story is being told at all, then I failed to stop them. But maybe, just maybe, I succeeded in making you question what you're told when the sky goes silent again. Because the most terrifying crimes aren't the ones we see. They're the ones hidden behind fear. Didn't know it was the last normal morning of my life. The air felt thick. Not hot. Not cold. Just heavy. Like the city was already mourning something it hadn't lost yet. At 8:41 a.m., my phone vibrated. No ring. No name. One word appeared on my screen. Watch. I remember thinking it was a prank. I remember wishing it was. When the shadow passed over us, people looked up instinctively. That's human nature. We always look for meaning in the sky. What we found was terror. The sound wasn't loud at first. It was a low, unnatural growl, like the sky choking on something it couldn't swallow. Then impact. The ground trembled, not violently, deliberately. Windows bowed before they shattered. The air itself seemed to recoil. People didn't scream immediately. They stared. Because when something is too horrifying, the brain delays panic, as if fear needs permission. Then came the screaming. I tasted metal. Dust filled my lungs, my thoughts. Paper drifted down like snow, contracts, photographs, memos. Pieces of people's lives floating past their deaths. I saw a man standing completely still, holding a briefcase that was on fire. I saw a woman dialing a phone that would never be answered. I saw a shoe. Just one. That image still visits me at night. Sirens arrived too late. They always do. By noon, the word, attack, had been repeated so many times it lost meaning. By nightfall, the word, justice, replaced it, spoken by people already planning something worse. At 2:17 a.m., the files arrived. No introduction. No instructions. Just truth. Transactions routed through charities. Security drills scheduled to fail. Warnings written, signed, and buried. This wasn't chaos. This was choreography. The deeper I read, the more sick I felt. These weren't monsters hiding in shadows. These were men in daylight. Men who smiled on television. Men who would cry convincingly at memorials they helped create. I tried to leave the city. The train stopped between stations and stayed there, lights off, for 20 minutes. No announcement. No explanation. Someone behind me whispered my name. Perfectly. That night, my editor's desk was cleared. No resignation. No obituary. Just absence. The kind that tells you not to ask questions. My apartment door was open when I returned. Nothing was missing. But every photo frame was face down. They wanted me to know they'd been inside my memories. The final message came at dawn. You're confusing survival with bravery. I understood then. This story was never about the dead. It was about the living, and how easily they could be trained to accept cages if you scare them enough. I never published the files. Not because I didn't want to. Because I was shown what happens to people who do. So if you're hearing this story now, understand something. You weren't meant to hear it. Someone made a mistake. And mistakes like that get corrected.